Welcome to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. We have a late-season top 25 showdown that could be crucial to the postseason picture. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the 14th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Razorbacks will kick it off to get us underway. He'll call for the fair catch here. The offense lining up for a first down play. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. These teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. He's going to pass. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
This offense knew coming into this game it was not going to be easy throwing against this defense. They're at the top of virtually every major statistical category when it comes to pass D, and the quarterback just found out the hard way, throwing a pick on the opening drive.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Jackson. Across the 25, he's got room. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And what did I start for this offense? The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after the pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Dropped the football. He had it right in the middle of the field and just ran before he finished the catch. It'll be 4th down.
You know, on a 3rd and short like that, you just have to have great chemistry between the quarterback and his receiver. They just couldn't get on the same page. Now it sets up 4th down.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. And the incompletion brings up a second down. To the air, it's Green. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Speed kills this offense. They've got multiple guys that can burn you. You can see it doesn't take them long to light up the scoreboard.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen...
Looking to take a shot. And he hauls it in at the 30. Touchdown, Dogs! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Quick step and go. Running toward the tape. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Caught in the backfield, it's Sategna.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Just nothing doing on that last run. They knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Looking to throw, it's Green. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Sategna. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. And the Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Caught behind the line. It's Green. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got...
Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Number 12.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team out there getting set.
Set to kick it off.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the back. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. Arkansas 21, Georgia 7.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
I love the play call there, too, because 2nd and short, defense is thinking you might run it. So you try to catch him off guard with the pass. Nothing there. Even if you throw an incompletion, you're going to have a chance to run it the very next play, but it doesn't matter. This guy's just so athletic himself. He's able to go get the 1st. Let's get a fresh set of downs.
He wants to go deep. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
Setting up the screen. Turns it on at midfield. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. And you'd like to think this sophomore wouldn't make a habit of trying to force passes into double coverage like that.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Quarterback checking off. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the quarterback just not on the same page with his wide receiver there. Receiver just not able to get to that pass on the perimeter in double coverage.
After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Firing toward the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into him.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ball game.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. They're lining up to boot it away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Send that offense back onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. To throw, it's Green. He's got his man. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Looking for room, it's Jackson. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. Even dating to the days when they ran the option, Arkansas has always been built around the ground game.
Yeah, and makes Jerry Jones happy, huh? Noted Arkansas fan, always talking about the Hogs, his Hogs. And this team is always built on that physicality, built on that toughness.
They're going to ride this running back. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
So after the first down run, here's second down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
You want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Back to pass, it's Green. Looking deep down the right side. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. Third and long, they highlighted the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Comes out throwing on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
And he reels it in inside the 30. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one as the tackle was finally made.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Going for 6. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
He'll try to tack on one more. Splits those uprights right in half. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. South Carolina looks lost today, and boy, does it show right now on the scoreboard. Almost like the coaching staff spent the week in Hilton Head instead of the film room. They're trailing by 24 to Texas. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Pulls it, fired complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. Dropping back, it's Green. Gets it out fast. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Motion from the offense. On second down, he'll fire. Shoots it to the left. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to an open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, Keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Fair catch called for and made. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. We're down to 12 seconds to go before halftime. As they take over 1st and 10, they'll need to move quickly. Wide receiver shows motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got his man on the right. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open guy.
Throws for the tight end. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot, he's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays.
And it's picked off right at the goal line. Trying to take it back. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A 1st down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. It's no surprise at all to find a Georgia defensive lineman wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Yeah, find those big, physical, aggressive dudes that can be physical enough to play the run in the SEC and then pin your ears back and go get quarterbacks. Georgia does that and finds those guys really, really often.
Looking for a man. It's Green. Gonna let it fly. He's got it inside the 30. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Razorbacks. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And they stay on target with the extra point of 35-21. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff unit about to go to work. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Quarterback extends the play. He's going to take off. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from him. You can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense, get him to the ground for no gain.
Got his man. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Really effective concept against the zone there, and it helps all the more, David, when you have a tight end that can get downfield.
No doubt. Take your tight end, put him in the slot, makes it easier, better matchup. Now he's got a good corner route. You can tell. Sticks his foot in the ground, quarterback puts it up there. Know he's got zone, know he's got the big fella. He goes up, catches the football, makes the big game.
Caught near the sideline, it's Smith. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Well, when you're throwing these out routes, guys, it's location, location, location. As a QB, you've got to put that out in front of your guy so he can make the catch. You put that behind him, that might be getting picked. Nice job there by the QB.
He's looking for a man on second down. The short hands, it's Bell. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up in the 41. Dogs pick up the first down through the air, and the Georgia faithful starting to howl and bark.
And we've seen that in the past with Georgia. Maybe you get a little bit conservative, a little bit too much reliant on great defense, run the football. The reason they broke through, the reason they started winning championships in the recent era, they became more aggressive, more dynamic, throwing the football down the field. You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. He's looking to throw. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a first down. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
They'll go back to the ground. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. Second and 7. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. It's a reverse. Plows through the defense. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose.
And you see this all the time now in football. You see motion across the formation, and sometimes they hand it to him, sometimes they don't. I like it. Hand it to the wide receiver. A lot of times down in the red zone, you're going to get man-to-man. You didn't get a big play, but I do like the change of pace in the running game.
Well, I just love finding different ways to get this guy the ball, too, because it's hard to throw.
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Dogs! The AT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Kansas is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Big J isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Oklahoma State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now. And any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays. You get.
He lost one down the sideline. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, the defense is starting to figure it out, I think. It's taken him some time. This guy already has 2 touchdown catches. That time, though, they were in a better position in coverage to force the incompletion.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he's running in the open. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Arkansas! He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the field.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it on the left. Afterburner's coming. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll call for the fair catch here. Touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Fast motion from the offense. Scanning the field, it's Green. Got his man quickly. And the ball's on the ground. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Man, that's a big mistake. And listen, I'm still going to force feed my playmakers. If I'm not quarterback, I'm not OC, I'm walking over to that guy and like, listen, it's okay. It's a little bit of a mistake. We're still going to find ways to get you the rock. You're too important to this team not to give you the football.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Arkansas 42, Georgia 35.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking for a crease. It's Etienne. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They're bringing heat. Grabbed behind the line. It's Delton. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
I think moving forward on third down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. Start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got way too much speed. You saw it right there.
Looking for a huge play. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
And that is a backbreaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Oh, he dropped it. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Dude, let's go. I'm going to say this game was basically over, right? We just forced a huge play. Great job by the defense, giving their offense a chance now. Man, it looked like it was over. Now we got a chance. Offense, go down the field, stick this thing in the end zone. We can win this ball game still.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Lets it fly deep downfield. It's incomplete, almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be third down.
The offense has got to find something here in the fourth quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot, unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
And they don't want to waste this great field position here on third and long. Caught over the middle. It's Bell. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a fourth and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the fourth down.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this deep tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made that play.
Steps away. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Georgia.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, and you keep finding them.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. So they only needed to cover 28 yards on the drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
Listen, the offense stars those plays where they want to get their playmakers the ball, and the defense understands it as well. I got to know when that guy comes in motion, he's a legit threat. They did, and you could tell they pulled the trigger and went and made a nice play.
Back to throw, it's Green. Quarterback now breaking the field. It's complete to the right. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And thank goodness for those new age throwing techniques. It takes wear and tear off your arm because it ought to be tired by now over 450.
This guy can throw from all the different arm slots and arm angles he wants, Reese, but the end result is always the same. Completion.
And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. The defense was looking for a huge play in this tie game, and they have just given their team a great opportunity.
I think, Reese, at this point of the game, tied late, it's going to come down to who can make the most plays. The defense comes up with a massive play, creating that turnover. Outstanding job by the D. All 11 guys being on the same page, now putting their offense in a great position.
Wants to throw on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the fourth quarter and it's a one-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in position to win.
They'll keep it on the ground. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Touchdown, Dawgs! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score is tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Ohio State went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Buckeyes ever do that? It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Looking for a man. It's Green. Makes the grab on the left. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. So the decision has been made, and the coach will... first down for this offense. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On second down, he's looking downfield. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Razorbacks!
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do, just like practice. Knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And he needs this one for the tie, and he's got it. We're locked up in the fourth. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. Fair catch called for and made. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. There's enough time to get the ball down the field here, David, but you've got to make sure you're efficient and avoid mistakes.
Yeah, and those 2-minute drills, you always talk about the first down, Jesse. Get that first down, stop the clock, get some momentum going on offense.
Yeah, and good decision-making by the quarterback, too, right? You don't have to be greedy in this situation. Just take what the defense gives you and get yourself in position to win.
Extending the play. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The offense will use the timeout clock as stopped with 22 seconds left. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. He wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
The incompletion brings up a second down. He's looking to throw. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. And after the interception, the nifty return gets it back inside the 45-yard line.
If I'm a QB coach, I'm grabbing my quarterback right away and be like, listen, we're going to get another opportunity. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie game. Our defense is going to get a stop for us. You got to get your confidence back. You got to get back in this ball game. We're going to need you again down the road. You are not done.
He'll start this drive firing. Lofts one high and deep. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go.
Timeout, Arkansas.
Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A full field of defensive backs trying to take away the deep ball. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. They'll line up for a second down play.